I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where we're breaking down all the goals scored in the Champions League. And today it's Barcelona versus Inter Milan. And this first goal here is a classic example of modern football going wrong and Inter capitalising on it. So we're going to show you a little bit of this as we break it down. But this was a fantastic game, and this is what we'll... I don't think there's many good games anymore in football, I'll be honest with you. Tell me in the comments below if you actually remember a good game this year that you've watched and gone, yeah, that was brilliant. This is one of those, and either team could have won it, both attacking. It was great to watch. But as they go from kickoff, we're going to watch. Here comes the pressure from Barcelona, okay, trying to put pressure on the ball. And then, of course, they're going to play their high line and squeeze up so you can't go in behind. And the reason you can't go in behind is because there's pressure on the ball stopping you being able to play that long pass, right? And if you do play it, they've got enough time because the ball is in the air to recover, defend, and then go back at you. That's not what happens here. Stay with me as I'm going to dance my camera angle backwards and forwards to different sides here so I can show you more of the field of what I want to actually show you. So you can see, look, here we go. Here comes the pass in here. That should be the next pass that they're looking to do to try to break the press. Here it is, coming in, pressuring the ball. That's the real pass that they're looking to do. But you can see his body shape is slightly off. His shoulders aren't flush with the sideline. There's the sideline. If we just draw a line there, there's the sideline. He's facing a little bit infield and a little bit more towards his goalkeeper, and he can't really get that pass off where he wants to go. Because of the pressure here from Barcelona, he ends up just giving it back to the guy that's giving him the ball. Just a little one-touch pass, and that's a problem. All of a sudden, which way's he facing? He's going back towards his own goal. Barcelona have done exactly what they want. They've turned Inter Milan behind. They're pressuring right there. That they're not worried about because he's going to cover. You can see they've absolutely done everything right that they're looking to do. Perfect. Textbook, pressuring the ball, doing everything right. And this is the moment it all goes wrong. Drops the ball back right here. Got two players pressuring. There's no out ball. Look, marked. He could go to his keeper, but he can't because he's actually facing this way. He's just in trouble. Absolutely and utterly in trouble. Great pressure again from Barcelona. As you can see, though, he gets the ball out. You can see he just manages to get it down the field. Perfect. And this is the issue when you're playing with these high presses. You have to have players on your defensive line or wherever that ball is going to end up that can win headers. And if Inter Milan had switched on, because this was in the first 5 seconds of the game straight from kickoff, and they kept doing this, they would have blown Barcelona away. Knocking that ball high in the air is a huge weakness for this Barcelona defence. They're not very solid at the back anyway, but this is a huge exploit for them. You can see, look, right now a Barcelona player is perfectly poised to win the header. Should be easy. One in front, one behind the Inter Milan player. Okay, we're quite happy with that. Bump. Nope. Still beats him. There we go. That is a huge key to this. Completely and utterly unlocks everything Barcelona are doing. Now, their press is gone. Look, everyone's up the field. I think there's one guy still over there somewhere. Ball's gone past him, and now we're in a situation where this is the isolation because the ball ends up in this area right here. Now, if you're a Barcelona defender, you don't know what to do. You stick or you twist. He's got to start running in behind, immediately covering. Has to, because you can see the ball's going down here. You know that ball's going to be fired in behind. You better get on your bike straight away. And by the way, even if he doesn't, even if he's holding the ball up, you still want to take that space away because the space is dangerous at this point. You want to get back in there as fast as you can because of how high the ball is up and how just the numbers, the lack of players Barcelona have back. And if you take that space away and you start running back here, hopefully one of your recovering players will have enough time to nick the ball because he doesn't play it first time. Oh, wait, there we go. There's his touch. Now he starts running towards the ball. All of a sudden, that little split second, it's too late. All too late. Ball in behind and off to the races. Now, the goal doesn't become from this. It comes from the second phase. But I want to just wanted to highlight how easy and how quickly it was for Inter Milan to get out because they won a header. That was the key moment. As soon as that ball's just lopped up forward and the Inter Milan players just jumped in front, knocked that header on, the whole system is broken. Everything that they're trying to do is completely and utterly null and void from one simple header that's won. Next mistake, because this is not the Barcelona way. Right here, he clears this ball and he doesn't clear it correctly. If you're going to clear it, you put it out into the sideline. You get rid of it. You don't just sort of half clear it. This is what I'd call a half clearance. Watch, as he goes to hit it, bump, he half clears it. There's no power into that. It's bouncing almost inside the 18-yard box. Just smash it. Get rid of it. clear it. That's why they're calling it a clearance. That's not a clearance. That's setting your team up. Remember, you've just been caught on the counter-attack. You know that their team is flooding into those areas and the spaces where you've just passed that ball. You need to make sure you put that up into row Z, up out of the way, so no one is going to pick the second ball up and then counter-attack on you, which is exactly what happens. From here, though, Barcelona look like they're still okay. Okay, we pick the ball up. We're going to knock it back out wide for another delivery. But we've got two centre-backs in the middle. We see this striker. We know he's running into our zone, into our area. We can see him. No problem, really. Got some pressure on the outside here. Yeah, we're okay with this. There, we're not too fussed. We're not too fussed, as long as nothing silly happens. Perfect. Look, you can see he's recovering, understanding that this ball's going to get whipped in. He's trying to take that space away. Look, we've got a defender looking, ready to pounce at any moment. But this is where it goes wrong. Bump, where it comes in here. Look, he's gone a little bit too quick. Do you see that? Because he tried to over-recover. And why that happens is because he's just run 40 yards because they've just hit you on the counter-attack. Start of the game, 28 seconds in. You're still in panic mode right now. He's, I haven't got even touched the ball yet. No mistakes, no mistakes. And then he makes a mistake. He slips over. Watch. Dumph. Do you see his feet? Do you see how he tried to put his one foot, couldn't move it quick enough? Is the finish world class? Yes. The finish is absolutely fantastic. Let's not take away anything from the finish. But Barcelona right there, slipped and fell. Another mistake. Caused from over panicking, over correction, and all of a sudden, it's a great little back heel flick into the goal, and he scores himself a worldie in the old Champions League. Bosh, trickles in, quality finish, players on the deck. Yeah, what do you do? Let's move it on. Goal coming, and you've guessed it, it's Inter Milan winning another headed ball really, really easily. Not just the first one, also attacking the second ball and winning the second one as well. Now, there's a little bit of the dodgy thing here. I want to talk about this goal that Inter have scored. As soon as I say it, you're going to go, yeah, they never call that. And it's a bit weird. It's a strange thing in football. Watch this. So he jumps up, bump, easy header. But look at the wrestling here. Barcelona player has gone the wrong side, nowhere near defending him, and he has to do a worldie finish, and he does. I want to talk a little bit about this finish because I've seen this like so many times in football, and it never gets called. And there is this unwritten rule. It's really strange in football. Right, Bosh. Okay, so let me show you from the other angle. Okay, this is the weird rule in football, right? His head is getting in the his foot is getting in the way of his head. This is dangerous play. Right, but it doesn't get called. If you're doing a bicycle kick or you're doing a really good finish in the box, it never gets called. It's just like, yeah, you can put your foot up into up into the defender's face as he goes to strike it. Boom, up there, right up there, dangerous play because look, he turns away. Which, well, let's be honest, if you're a defender, are you putting your head into his foot? Maybe. It's one of those weird things where you're allowed to do bicycle kicks and put your feet in dangerous positions. Never called. Never. You raise your foot normally that high. Oh, that's dangerous play. Might even get a yellow card. Score a goal doing a bicycle kick. No, absolutely fine. Yeah, very weird. Like it is one of those things as well. It's like, do you call it because it is dangerous play, or do you let it go because it's a bicycle kick and he's flicked up his body and he's like, it's very, because we don't want to take that out of the game. Let's be honest. No one can give me a rational reason why we want to take bicycle kicks and of doing moves like this out of the game. But it is contradictory to the rules, and that's where the football rules are always not truthful. They're always a bit messy. Here we go for the first Barcelona goal with Lamine Yamal getting into the game. This is why I don't listen to commentators as well. I don't listen because they are just morons. Oh, it's a Messi-esque like goal. He's beaten 3 players. No, he hasn't. He's beaten 1 player. He's beaten 1 player. He picks up the ball and actually he makes this player stand still and look really stupid. Okay, so let's be honest. As we move it forward, right here. Here we are. Now he's 1v1. He's faced up, right? And all he has to do now is try to get him to lose his centre of balance. Can he do it? He's got a pocket of space to go there. Now, if you are this player here, you should be identifying this 1v1 area straight away and shutting that gap, or him stepping forward into that zone right there. You can see it building up straight away. You can see where he wants to go. So all he's going to do is fake to the inside of the field, dush, and he's going to go that side. And if he doesn't go on the first one, maybe we throw another fake down. All right. And this is one of those things where it's really easy to show you in person. But when you see people doing step overs with their feet, it is completely and utterly for clowns. How you beat people is with shoulders and hip movements. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You want to try at any time fake punching someone in the face by moving your shoulder and watch their head bob down. Because subconsciously, the human brain reacts to shoulders and hips. So if he just moves his shoulders and hips, which he does, and doesn't do little dancey step overs, it'll make the player move, because subconsciously the player automatically reacts. Don't believe me? Go and do that with your shoulder towards someone like you're going to punch them and watch them react. It's the exact same thing. Right, dum, 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 there he goes, skips past him, and away he goes. And this, again, is a quality finish. We've just had 2 world-class finishes, and this is right up there. He doesn't shoot it, he passes it into this far corner, sort of guides it with his foot, almost like scoops it, kind of like a little chip shot in golf, just like, dush, off you go, and it's like a push pass. Pushes it past the keeper into this little far corner here, and does a fantastic job of doing it. Bosh, in it goes. Just quality. Keeper doesn't even move, hasn't even got a chance. So this is really, really good from Barcelona, the movement here, right? So watch how he'll drift. When I stop in a second, he'll be about there, and he's just drifted away from his defender. He's taken 2 steps, the defender's taken 1, and then he's just stood still. As you can see, his teammate can spot him. He starts to make the run. He's going to win the header about here. But more importantly, these 2 react. These 2 don't. That's the key to this. As he goes to pull the trigger, you can see, look, he's just created a pocket of space for him by taking 2 steps and then standing still and let the defender wander. The defender's just wandered away from him. Just let him be. As this goes, though, watch. Got 2 Inter players right here, but the 2 Barcelona players are immediately, as soon as that ball goes over their head, immediately react. Have a look, have a look. Dumph. Do you see? Boom. Both sprinting straight away. These 2, nah, just stood there. That's the key difference. All of a sudden, you know what I was saying about winning headers? He's only won this header because he's completely and utterly free. He's just ghosted into the space there on that back post just because Inter have switched off for a second. And that is the difference at these high levels. It's a second of not paying attention because he's ghosted in behind you. And that's how quick and fast the game is at this level. Brilliant awareness just to nod it down into the space. And it's 2-2. Really good. Honestly, it's great play. Yeah. It's, and the fine margins there as well with the ball getting played, they're so tight, because if he gets that just a little bit wrong, he puts the defender back in play, because the striker's got to come towards the ball more. It doesn't have to. Everything in that is absolutely perfect. So we have another corner and we have another goal with a head. It's actually off the back of the shoulder, but this is the same problem that Barcelona have. Now, years ago, they used to have Gerard Piqué at the back and Puyol before that. And they are predominantly fantastic, players that can win the ball in the air. They don't really have that at the moment. And that's why they're struggling defensively. Because if they had anyone of decent ability to head the ball at the back or head the ball, they wouldn't be in these situations as bad as they are. But one of the other things as well, and I talk about this all the time in my Premier League breakdowns, is if you got all the players running towards the goal and you put the ball in that area, the ball ends up going towards the goal. You don't have to make good contact with it. It's because your force of momentum is going to that direction and it hits you and it goes in towards the goal. That's all that happens here, because he doesn't get a clean touch on it. It comes off his back almost. As it drops up, I think it hits the Barcelona player, hits him, and then it goes in. Just because you're running towards the goal. It's stupid, it's simple, but that's football. And here you can see it. He's just running towards the goal and the ball just hits him. Just hits him. There. Just hits him, comes off a little bit of a ricochet, but because you're running towards the goal and you're not running away from it, and I don't know what's going on here. He's like diving well over him. The momentum just takes it towards the goal. That's how important that space is. So you want to make sure, personally, don't ever let those players run towards your goal. You always want to be running away from your goal, pushing them away from it, not letting them run towards you, because even bad headers like this one can go in. So here we are on a corner routine, and I clearly know that these people at Barcelona watch my YouTube channel. That's for a different reason, but maybe I'll let you into that little secret in a couple of months' time. But this is fantastic, okay? Because when you do have a player defending up here on the D, like I always say, you have to have a player defending the D up here on corners. And I cover this honestly, at least twice a week, about why the centre of the field is so important and the D is so important for you to cover and have a player just there running towards the ball. So as he runs towards the ball there, I mean, it's perfect. But Lamine Yamal just dummies him, just sends him to the, like, Dolph, there you go. Completely takes him out. Now, this is the situation you never want to be in when you're defending, because you always want someone around this area. But he's just been taken out by a brilliant little step over. And no one thinks he's scoring from here. He does. Just rifles it. You can't. Honestly, the quality of the goals in this game have been fantastic. And there could have been... either team could have won this 5-3, and you go, yeah, all right. Like, it was that good of a game. I can't wait for it next week. It's going to be so much fun to watch. But hits this ball, and unfortunately it's going to go down as an own goal, because as he hits it, comes in off the back of the keeper. But I'm going to give it to Rafinha. I think it took that strike. It was quality. And other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.